Hi Taurus, welcome to your love reading for this week. I hope this video finds you well. As always, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, Taurus, let's see what's coming through for you. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, interesting. You have the Magician in reverse, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, Seven of Cups, and then the final card is going to be the Hanged Man. Okay, so interesting spread here. You do have a very positive card as a heart of your reading, and trust me, not everybody has had a beautiful card like you right here in the center. You have the Two of Cups, so this is a soulmate card. This is a card of feeling a bond with another person, almost like a telepathic connection. So I feel like there's a strong attraction to someone this week. There is a kind of like a relationship that is kind of lingering around you, or a relationship that is front and center. Okay, so let's start at the top row. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. So for everyone, and I'm almost finished with all the readings here, so I can almost say nearly everyone has had a challenging first card, but not you. You have the Wheel of Fortune and a Major Arcana 2. So you've been the only one so far to start off with a Major Arcana. And I've been feeling like the first card is kind of the energy that you're coming into the week with. This may have been something that happened before, and for you it's positive. It means that things are finally turning around for you. The Wheel of Fortune means that there's movement in your life. It's a Major Arcana, so it means that there has been positive change, positive movement. And I do see that here as well with the Six of Swords. So the Wheel of Fortune says that your luck has changed. Your luck has changed. And perhaps you've started a new relationship, or you're working out a relationship with someone. Something significant has kind of changed for the better. You've gotten lucky in some way. You do have the Magician in reverse. If this card were upright, this would be all about knowing that you're creating your own reality. This is about feeling like in control of your life. So I kind of feel like in reverse, and sometimes I don't read like other people either, read the reversal cards. So I'm trying to see like what they were trying to tell you this. I feel like you are much too aware of your personal power. I feel like I'm hearing kind of tone it down, tone it down. I feel like you may have gotten what you wanted before. That's probably why you start off with such a positive card. You may have gotten what you wanted as far as fixing a relationship or finding a new partner. And so they're telling you kind of like low-key, like we already know that you're aware of your own power. Don't overuse your power, or don't use your personal power in a negative way. They're telling you, with the Knight of Pentacles, that you're really kind of moving forward, and you have a strong message in this reading. You have that message here, here, and here, that you're really kind of moving forward in your love life. The Knight of Pentacles, it also represents kind of new people, new experiences. So I feel like for some of you, like the change from the Wheel of Fortune is that you're moving into a much more positive phase. Things are finally moving forward. You're meeting new people. Things are finally happening for you. But they're saying like, don't abuse this. Don't abuse this. There is a relationship here. It almost kind of seems like two women in the card. That's what it looks like to me. So I don't know. It could be that you meet like different partners. And I do see that here in like the Seven of Cups, because sometimes this represents kind of being torn between like too many options. And perhaps that's why they're telling you, you got lucky, so don't overuse your power or the chemistry that you have with different people that come into your life this week. You're very lucky. I feel like you're very blessed, but don't abuse that by leading people on. I feel like focus on one partner, or if somebody has kind of forgiven you or you're healing a relationship, like don't push it in some way is a message that I'm getting. But the Knight of Pentacles is also just telling you that things are really moving forward for you. You're continuing to move forward in your love life. But usually the Knight of Pentacles represents kind of slow progress. So I feel like there is more work and healing to do, and I definitely see that down here. And then you have the Six of Swords. The middle row is the Six of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. So the Six of Swords, like I said, it's very similar to the Wheel of Fortune because it represents kind of moving on. It represents moving to a much better place. The Six of Swords also represents moving to a much healthier place in your life. Sometimes it literally means that you move, that you travel. And for some of you, I don't know, some of you may actually be traveling to meet or to be with a loved one. This could be someone that you meet who's at a distance, or it could even be someone that has like relocated somewhere temporarily, somebody like military or something like that. You're traveling to see them. But the Six of Swords generally means that you're moving on to something much better. And for some of you, it's literally right here. You're moving on to a much more peaceful relationship. Like I said, this is a soulmate card. This is kind of not just love or attraction or romance. This is feeling a strong bond with someone. Feeling a strong bond. And notice how this figure here in this card is looking this way. So I feel like you should be looking at a relationship right now, and maybe even kind of moving to a much better place in your relationship or in your love life. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a card of independence and self-reliance. It's a very kind of material card. And I kind of get the feeling that some people, especially with the Magician in reversed over there, I don't know how that magically happened. I feel like, with the Nine of Pentacles, that there's a relationship that is very close, and you're moving to a much better place in your life. There are more opportunities for love, but I kind of feel like somebody is more kind of focusing on themselves. Like I feel like you're going to be doing very well financially, and this came up for a whole bunch of signs. I hadn't seen this in a while, like a lot of Pentacles cards indicating career and things. I feel like something comes up for you where there's an opportunity for you to better yourself. This could be something related to your career or making money. And I feel like you have like a choice. For some of you, this may be the choice that you either choose love or you choose to make more money. Okay, so moving on to this row here, you have the Ten of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So the Ten of Wands, it means, a heavy burden. It means exhaustion and kind of low energy. And then, the Seven of Cups here, which means there's a lot of things going on emotionally, and you're feeling very kind of conflicted. And like I said, this could be something about a choice that you have to make. It could be that there is some type of heavy burden associated with like making this decision. And then you have the Hanged Man here. So it's almost like, there's kind of like a heavy burden. Somebody's just kind of tired and exhausted here. Somebody is in limbo. There's a need for, some type of decision, but this is kind of like a very emotionally overwhelming for you. I don't know. I feel like the message is changing. I feel like this is for someone else. As far as like what I was saying up here, I definitely feel like the message kind of shifted. I feel like this applies to someone else. There's a heavy burden. Somebody's just kind of tired and overwhelmed, and you feel like you're in limbo. You feel like you're stuck. And the Seven of Cups is just kind of saying that you have to make a decision. I also feel like you're not seeing things clearly. You're not seeing things clearly. Okay, let me see what else kind of jumps out at me from this reading. Well, I'm seeing what's going on here. Like I said, the Magician reverse was interesting. And I feel like this is kind of telling you to not kind of abuse your self-confidence and knowing the belief that you are creating your own reality. I feel like some people are much too aware of this. I feel like they're saying just don't abuse your power. I feel like somebody is like really kind of self-confident, really focused on abundance, but I feel like they're saying don't abuse that when it comes to love. I feel like if you do, this is kind of abusing your power, being way too self-confident, or using other people. There is a genuine love relationship here, but I feel like misusing this power leads to confusion or loss. Yeah, almost I keep getting that message again that there may be more than one partner that comes into your life this week. And that's why they're telling you, like, don't misuse this power. You have love, you're lucky, because not everybody has gotten this message. There's almost like there's too much love around you and you feel confused, like, who do I choose? Like, these are all like wonderful people. You have to choose one, you can't have them all. And I kind of feel like somebody is like really like torn, like you don't know who to choose, you don't know what decision to make, and you feel stuck and you feel like this is too much, like I can't carry this heavy burden. I feel like they're saying don't misuse your power. Especially when I focus on this card, they're saying don't misuse your power. I feel like there could be more than one person drawn to you or in love with you. I feel like, you know, you're coming into a place where things are finally moving in your love life. Things are finally changing for the better. There's probably more than one person who is interested in you, and you may kind of feel torn because you may be attracted to more than one person. So they're just saying to not misuse that. Focus only on one person. Let's see if anything else jumps out at me. Yeah, I'm just kind of seeing what's going on here. Like I said, the Wheel of Fortune, this is, you know, a major arcana. Change for the better. You finally move from one cycle to the next. And then there's, you know, a soulmate relationship here. But notice how this ends in you being in limbo. So I feel like if a partner comes into your life this week and you feel like this is a spiritual connection, this is a soulmate, or this is someone significant, you feel a strong bond to this person, like, don't abuse that. I just keep getting that message. Don't abuse that by looking elsewhere or kind of starting a connection with somebody else. I feel like you're lucky. You're on a lucky streak. But I feel like any type of like movement in a negative direction where you're abusing your power will kind of like lead you to a place where you feel stuck. Okay, I will end this reading here. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Bye-bye.